coming home after living away for 3 years without being back, and to be honest, 4 years, has been just a reminder I've needed. And I know you're probably like, duh, but listen, I'm stubborn, okay? So it took me being here to realize, man, this is what I needed. Look, she got on the treadmill finally. Get her flip-flop. My birthplace has been in my rear view mirror for almost 4 to 5 years now. And yet this homecoming feels like the perfect remedy for what my bones and spirit have been needing. Being in my childhood room, being able to sit with my mother, laugh with her, cry with her, be annoyed by her, embraced by her, being able to see family, and, you know, also bring people together because I ain't been here in a while. You know, it's really soothing what my heart was longing for, you know, and I guess at some point I got afraid to just be real and admit that, like, I need and miss my family. It's also interesting to realize that living away has put me in a position to have to redefine family and redefine connections and friendships. And it seems like coming home is the thing that I needed in order to make that make sense, because I've been doing it, you know, with strangers and with newer energies, but to have to go back into an old space and be new, you know, it really, I don't know, it woke something up in me, ignited something in me, made something make more sense. Obviously, first thing on my agenda after being Keisha Thornberry is to tap in at the studio, because that is my purest and most honest way of expressing myself and connecting to what it is I'm feeling. It's my purest and most honest way of expression, but it's also a part of me that I've had a lot of blocks around, because it's also the way that I talk to God, music. It's the way that I surrender, music. You know, writing, just expressing myself creatively through my imagination, my vision. Look at my pretty mama. Look at you. Creative expression is how I heal, period. But that all starts with God. And for me, God starts with growing up in my Pentecostal church, okay? Which is where me and my mama are headed to this morning. Ain't we cute though? So cute. My mama. My connection with church is way different than my mother's these days. And this particular church happens to be the church that my grandmother pastored. And coincidentally, the last time I was in Ohio was for my grandmother's 90th birthday before I moved to Belize. And my grandmother passed away 3 months into me going to Belize. So this church and coming back here, this space, it's bringing up a lot in me, and I ain't want to come for real because I ain't want to feel the feelings, but it means a lot to my mom. As you can see her, found her on the wall, had to take time for a selfie. So since it meant a lot to her, I came. But also, my relationship with God is everything to me, and it may not look the way it was taught to me growing up anymore, you know, but it's real, and it's a part of every breath and everything that I am and everything that I do, especially my art, especially my music, especially my medicine making. Everything I do is rooted in God. And as I'm getting older, I'm truly learning how to define God for myself and to be confident in my connection and my relationship with God for myself. And even if it doesn't always look the way my mother imagined, I know she loves that about me. And so I don't mind coming to church with her. And I'm grateful to be here. And I'm grateful for everything that it's bringing up in me, you know, because I do believe everything happens for a reason. And I think this is perfect timing. Not gonna lie, church made me emotional, being in there. But also, that day I was preparing to host a mini retreat of my own called When Healing Calls. And it was immediately, it was at the same time as church almost, but I had to leave church early and my mom had an attitude about that. But I was just thinking about, the way I grew up talking to God, and now just being in a space where I'm holding space for people to talk to God and people to connect with themselves, but doing it in ways that embody who I was poured into to be, but also who I have remembered myself to be, and what my spirit, my destiny, my ancestors have called me to be, and what God has lifted me to be. so so now we about to go tap in, and I'm gonna, do me. It was also a little stressful, y'all, because my mama was mad because we had to leave church early because of my event. And I'm not gonna lie, I hurt my feelings because it just, reminded me that sometimes the people who we love and the people that are family and our blood, the way they love us don't always be the way we want. And, even sometimes as a person, the way you want support, the way you want acknowledgement ain't always going to be how people give it to you. But still being able to find grace and all of that, and still being able to love and grow and connect in all of that, but I pulled myself together, okay, because I'm not gonna lie, bro, I had a little moment, okay, I got emotional, but now we here, okay, and my homies, they showed up for me, okay, so I'm grateful for them. I'm truly grateful.
Full moon blessings, I be learning my lessons. Truth and love in everything I be manifesting. So lay the plug from my roots up through my very essence. Initiation, spiritual acquiescence. The queen of cups, the waters flow through me, that healing vessel. I taste the wind and shift the culture, call me willing vessel. Be blood and bones, I sing the ancestor song. Light my candles, lay my offerings, I'ma right all these wrongs. Like, which way? To the waters. Which way, which way, which way, which way? To the waters, to the waves, I'm a coast, to the flame, cast my bones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To the waves, I'm a coast, to the flames, cast my bones. Which way? 28 seasons since you took your last breath. My heart it broke, it shook me open, thought I had nothing left. You fed us all, buried your tears in your chest, and you chose me to be your watchman as you found your last breath. How we drift away, such a bitter sway in these toxic days. And your soul just longs to be free, longing to get all it needs. And I think about the ones that carried me along the way, planted seeds in their prayers that I would be okay. How we drift away, you'll always find your way, just way back home to the water.
Deep inhaling.
To the waves, I'm a coast, to the flames, that's my phone.
One more time, just like that.
To the coast, to the flames, that's my bones. To the waves, I'm a coast, to the flames, that's my bones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To the waves, I'm a coast, to my flames, that's my bones.
Ain't no escape.
To the waves, I'm a coast,
just space and no gravity. You got no gravity, own gravity to ground yourself here. And that ain't without creating your own heaven and earth first. Only surrender here. Just hope and have faith that your non-linear orbit will align with the right planets and stars for healing cause. Cause your name so loud. It's like a spirit whistle that rings only on a frequency that your body can feel and hear. It has a way of being mapped, tugging and pulling on your grief, your discontent and shame from your actions that have clearly gone against your beliefs. It pulls out guilt, your fears and defense mechanisms, the things you used to love and the things you won't let yourself remember. It sends you through detox by detaching you from the toxins you've been hoarding in your flesh. It forces you to release. Forces out tears and fetal positions, late nights, lack of sleep, and sitting with self and God. Reflecting for a chance instead of projecting, and it's a truth you can't ignore. There are bruises and bumps, but there is also beauty. So when healing calls, you run. You run home to yourself like the street lights came on because healing called to teach you Grace's name. To show you who love is and his nigga joy. Healing called to feed you forgiveness. To teach you how to feed yourself. Healing called to tell you to let go. To give you a cleansing bath. Healing feels like these things can be good for you. So the next time healing calls, inhale, exhale, heal.
1, 2, 3. Man, this event was special to me. It's special to me, okay? Because this was just the first one. But it was also my first time facilitating space since everything has happened with, the pandemic. Since I've lived abroad, this was my first time hosting space, creative healing space, curating, in like 3 years, especially in my home. So this, this is everything. This was everything, and I'm grateful, And if you interested in when healing calls come in to a group, an organization, a city, you feel me, near you, tap in. Tap in.